Welcome back to Theresa's Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. My little pudding pops, I'm so excited for today's video. Listen, when I started this channel, I was a colorful clownfish. Sure, my makeup was janky, but I didn't care. I love looking like an awful clown. Baby, I still do. While I will always love and appreciate loud, colorful makeup, I'm an older lady. Some might say, a lady of a certain age. A geriatric millennial, if you will. But don't get me wrong, I'm still dancing like no one's watching when I'm pumping up Don't Stop Moving from Live and Joy. And if you know, you know. Yes, I will soon be Florida trash. I will be the armadillo queen. But you cannot take the queens out of this girl, okay? I am a pizza rat. I know my kind. That being said, as I'm older, I'm craving more neutrals. I'm craving the boring. I want something comforting like Culver's cheese curds and pants 2 sizes too big. You know what I mean? So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you even more amazing basic bitch palettes. Now, this is the 5th iteration of this video. So if you're curious to see what has been on my list in previous videos, I will make sure to link those down below. But before I get all Andy Rooney, a word from today's sponsor. Thank you to Sundance Now for sponsoring today's video. So I know I keep saying this all the time, but I'm moving. Hi. And I don't know about you, and if you have ever been through this process, but I need to be entertained when I'm packing up my life. Which in hindsight is probably not the best, because I'm getting distracted. But who cares? Sundance Now is an ad-free streaming service created by AMC Networks for people who appreciate riveting storytelling and fresh perspectives. So while yes, I should be packing, I find myself sitting on the edge of my seat instead. Listen, it's fine. On the day I move, I'll make sure to throw everything I own in a trash bag. And who will I have to blame for that? Well, technically it's a new show I discovered on Sundance Now called The Discovery of Witches, which currently is in its final season. It's based on the All Souls trilogy by Deb Harkness. Now, while I'm currently in season 1, and by the time that I'm done, I'll be watching seasons 2 and 3 in no time.
And no one will be able to stop me. Not even the monsters from Matthew's past.
Anyway, I like Sundance Now because it's different, kind of like me. I don't know about you, but I feel like with all the streaming apps these days, I feel like I've just been watching kind of either the same show over and over again, or I'm in desperate need to find a new show that's good. I'm just so tired of so many boring things, but not anymore. Because Sundance Now has weekly releases and hundreds of exclusive shows all around the world that you won't find anywhere else. And for $4.99 a month, and commercial free might I add, how can you not love that? So now I hear you saying,
Theresa, that's all fine and well, but like, how do I watch Sundance Now?
well, Darlene, it's very, very simple, babe. You can download the app and stream via your Apple or Android devices, Amazon Fire TV, Google Chromecast, and of course, my personal favorite, Roku. So with that said, if you're interested in checking out Sundance Now to see what it's all about, so you can start streaming your next obsession, try Sundance Now free for 30 days by going to sundancenow.com and use promo code TheresaIsDead. Thank you again, Sundance Now, for sponsoring today's video, and y'all, go support the sponsors that support your garbage queen. Thank you. Before I show you 5 palettes more basic than your mom's sugar cookie recipe. Sure, it was passed down from generation to generation, but I'm here to let you know that grandma just used Pillsbury, okay? There's no secret magic recipe. It's Pillsbury, bitch. Just know that these palettes have more things in common than just a boring color story. These palettes are staples, and you can always trust that your look will be fantastic, and it will literally take no time at all to achieve greatness. Boring greatness, but greatness nonetheless. Since this is the 5th iteration of this video, what I want to do in the future is actually rank all of these palettes to show you who reigns supreme. So expect a 3-hour video in the future of me being like a bitch-ass Libra. It's gonna be great. That said, dust off your Ugg boots, mama, and grab that seasonal latte. We're about to get basic. The first one I feel like should be no surprise, because I feel like I've been talking about this palette ever since I reviewed it on this channel. The Sigma Ambiance palette is so fucking good. It's so good. This is the pure definition of the golden hour, or what I like to lovingly refer to as the lighting that will take any 2 and make them an 8. It's catfish an hour, bitch. While on the warm side, this palette does have pops of coolness to it, making it a well-rounded basic bitch. What I love about this particular formula is that it's so incredibly easy to use. You'll not experience any issues with blending or longevity, and the shimmers, they are fucking stunning. Plus, you get a really nice brush in this palette. Usually brushes that come along with palettes are hot water trash. This is really fucking good. Now, listen, I know I give Sigma a hard time, and I usually talk a bunch of shit about how boring and basic they are, but you know what? This collection shut me the fuck up. Between this and the highlighter palette, I bow down. So yeah, she might not be much to look at, but rest assured she will always have your back, and you will look like a badass bitch as you rearrange your linen closet for the 5th fucking time this week. The next palette is from NARS. And listen, this is another brand I just shit on constantly. This brand is boring. And I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again. For a brand that's literally beating a dead horse with over-sexualized names, I'm convinced that no one in their leadership fucks. The last time any of them fucked was probably 1999, and that's being generous. But you know what? I'll shut the fuck up because this Climax palette is everything. Dare I say this is the most boringly sexy palette to ever exist? Well, as sexy as cybering in the AOL chat room back in the 90s, but you know what I mean. Their eyeshadow formula is incredibly pigmented, long-lasting, and has excellent dimension. No matter if you're using mattes or shimmers, the quality of each shade is absolute perfection. But the reason why this has become one of my favorite palettes is that it's a true cool tone color story. Usually basic bitch palettes I find are pretty much warm in nature. It's very, very rare that you're gonna find a really beautiful cool tone color story. And it's one of those palettes that's just impossible to fuck up. You can try your hardest, baby. You cannot fuck this up. You cannot. Even someone who has never used eyeshadow for the first time cannot fuck this up, okay? So if you want to create something like a moody smoky eye that's good not only for the daytime but the nighttime, this is the palette for you. This is absolutely fucking stunning, and it actually makes me excited to try other NARS palettes in the future. I know, I can't believe what I'm saying either. The next palette I want to talk about is from an indie brand called What's Up Beauty. And if you've never heard about this brand, bitch, you're in for a motherfucking treat. In ways, I feel like this palette is kind of like a best kept secret. And perhaps I'm gatekeeping them a little. I apologize, but you know what? Today's the day. Today's the fucking day that I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this palette. The Desert Monsoon palette is the basic bitch with a twist. I feel it's important always to include my basic palettes that have a little more something going on. She's like the new girl in school. You don't know much about her, but you're captivated by her beret. Sure, when you get to know her, the only reason why she moved to this town is because her dad got transferred from the Ohio branch. But for those brief weeks, you assumed that she was a part of the witness protection program. What? I've been watching a lot of Sundance Now, okay? I've been watching a lot of thrillers. Sexy thrillers. Anyway, this is probably one of my favorite neutral palettes I've ever owned. And for me, it's like one of those palettes that's like the best neutral with the pop of blue. Dare I say better than my Limoncello ColourPop palette. Like this one definitely takes the cake. The mattes are incredibly creamy. They're pigmented, they're easy to blend, easy to work with, amazing longevity, and you can really create beautiful gradients between the mattes. Like the mattes are fucking stunning. But the real reason why you get this palette is the metallics. They are fucking everything. It's actually what I currently have on my face today. The shades border on these really beautiful, gorgeous jewel tones. And in a way, I kind of feel bad calling this a basic bitch because it's probably the most exciting out of this bunch. And yes, while the color story is not like, you know, revolutionary by any means or anything like that, what makes it really stand out are these shimmers, and it gives that extra bit of something. So if you are somebody that really doesn't like a lot of color, but you kind of want to dip a toe in it, this is the palette for you. So yeah, I think this palette is designed for those who are scared of color.
But it's okay, Carol Ann. Step into the light and baste your eye holes with these beautiful metallics.
I don't know why. I think I was just channeling that lady from Poltergeist. I love her.
This house is clean.
Okay, I can't wait to say that as I'm walking out of this apartment because this house is not clean. No, it's not. The other thing that I want to point out about this brand too is that they make really, really wonderful brushes. I actually have one of the brushes here in front of me. If you're looking for like another natural hair brush company, this one's fantastic. And what's really nice about them is that they are hooded eye friendly. So if you have ever been interested in checking out What's Up Beauty, fucking do so. They are fantastic. And I'm excited to see what else they come out with. So the next palette I want to talk about is from a brand that I'm pretty sure legit hates me. And that's Natasha Denona. This brand is so incredibly hit or miss. Yet I'm a fucking fool because I keep buying their products in hopes that they'll shut me the fuck up. And now it doesn't happen often, but when it does, I love to shout it from the rooftops. Now, the Biba palette, also known as the barbecue palette, is so goddamn neutral it hurts. And what I like about this palette is that there's 3 different color stories going on. The first row has this beautiful warm orange color story. The second row is a hair deeper, so it's a little bit more reddish. And then the last row has a nice neutral gradient. What is nice about this particular palette is that not only can you make a shitload of looks with it, but it's the kind of palette that just works well with everything. It's the ultimate staple palette to have in your collection. Now, if all Natasha Denona palettes were this quality, I would be fucking so obsessed with this brand, it's not even funny. So if you're looking for like like a solid basic bitch palette, like really, really, really basic, that has fantastic longevity and no irritation. And I point out no irritation because usually this brand shades fuck my ass up, but the reds and the oranges in this palette have worked beautifully on my face, on my little eye holes. Again, I don't understand why every palette is not of this formula. It really should be, but if you've been eyeing this beauty, now I know it is quite expensive. It's $129, and I think even for $129, I think it's worth the money, but I feel like this one goes on sale quite often. Just pay attention to her website when you do, because this is just really, really great to get if you can get it on sale. But if you did buy it for full price, I don't think you'd be disappointed. The last palette that I want to talk about is from good old Daddy Wayne Goss. Now I believe Wayne has released 4 eyeshadow palettes. I have the first one that he came out with, and it's okay. It's nothing really to write home about. However, my tune quickly changed when I purchased the Pearl palette. This is motherfucking everything. And this would be my go-to palette if I were commuting into the office. Not only is it incredibly easy to use, but it also has excellent longevity. And it's the kind of palette where people will stop and ask you what you have on your eyes, especially if you're wearing the Celestial Shimmer shade, which is the shade right here. This is the pure definition of sophisticated sparkles, meaning you own 51% of the company. And you come from motherfucking blood. It's stunning. Sure, there is some slight bukkake to it, but who cares? You're not leaving this meeting until your name is on the top of this building, okay? Besides that beautiful shimmer, my favorite shade in this whole palette is the most boring one of them all. And it's this brown taupe shade here. This is, in my opinion, the most perfect brown taupe to have ever existed. This shade is everything. It looks great on its own. It's one of those shades that can be like the perfect smoky eye. Gives you a lot of dimension if you use it in the outer crease. You could smoke out your lash line, use it as a liner shade. This is the fucking jack of all trades shade. It's so boring and basic, but it's so good. If Wayne ever releases singles, I would buy fucking 15 backups of that one, because that one I use so goddamn much. And I even bought this palette for my mom, who only uses taupe brown, and she's obsessed. I don't know, this palette has a motherfucking hold on me. I love it. So Wayne also released this palette, which unfortunately I packed away a little bit ago, but the Tourmaline palette, which I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is another great basic bitch palette. And if you have blue eyes like myself, burgundy and blue are just so fucking dreamy and magical. I love it. But I'm gonna save this palette for another video. That said, we've come to everyone's favorite part of the video, where I act like a true Libra, and you basically watch me have a panic attack trying to figure out which one I think is the best. Go me. Okay. All right. So I feel like today actually might be a little bit easier. It might be a little bit easier. I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. If I had to pick, what would it be? Okay. Listen. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hi. All right. Okay, the first one we're gonna talk about is, this is gonna be number 5. This is the Natasha Denona barbecue palette. I love this barbecue palette. I think it's really fucking great. But if I'm gonna be honest with myself here and really think about the other 4 palettes, I don't touch this one nearly as much as the other ones. I love this palette, but I think the other ones are better. Oh, I feel like an asshole. So number 4. Ooh, okay. I'm kind of stuck. I'm stuck here. Can I just put them both like tied? But I love you though. Oh my God, you're so good. You're so good. But then I really love you though. Fuck me. Okay, so this is a little bit more difficult, but fuck. Wait, no, fuck. Oh, okay, no, I got it. Oh, I don't want to do this. Oh no, I don't like it. But I love you though. You know what I kind of feel like? Like as if, you know, they're gonna remember this, you know? And they're gonna be like, okay, I see you. And then they're gonna hate me afterwards. All right. Okay, fuck it. We're gonna do Sigma. We're gonna say Sigma. And the reason for that is because as much as I love this palette, I think it's fucking absolutely phenomenal. Stunning. She's Linda Evangelista, bitch. The thing that makes it number 4 is that some of the shimmers could look the same, which makes me question if we really needed all of them. They're still great, but they're too similar. Oh, fuck. That hurt. Ooh, I feel that in my gut. So that's why this is number 4, but I still love it and I still want it to come home with me. But number 4. But we love her though, we love her. Okay, number 3 is gonna be NARS. I adore this fucking palette. But when I think about this is number two, I use more. This though, ever since I got it, I have been using the fuck out of this. This is wonderful, but I know I like the quality of number two better. I still love you though. But this is what she looks like. I love her. It's a cool tone dream. Oh, I feel bad, bitch. Okay, no. I'm sticking with this decision. That's number three. Now for number two, I'm gonna go with Daddy Wayne Goss. And the reason for that is because of these two shades. I love all the shades in this palette, but these are the two shades that make it a home fucking run for me, okay? Like I said, the amount of times I've used this taupe shade or my little sophisticated sparkles, I love the fuck out of them. But when I think about how much I love this palette and how this has been kind of like my secret palette that I don't tell anyone about, I use it and I love it and people compliment me all the time on it. Like this is number two. I still love it. I think it's great. Now, if the rest of the palette had the same energy as these two, this would easily be number one. For sure. But that said, this is my number one, and the reason for that is because these motherfucking metallics make it that basic bitch with a little something extra. She's not gonna fade into the background. This bitch, while basic, she is a main character, and that's what this palette is. And I'm fucking obsessed with it. Okay, I feel good about that. That said, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope you enjoyed watching me have a meltdown. I would love for you to recommend some of your favorite basic bitch palettes. I'm always looking for a new one. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it as always. Feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon, to all my beautiful, wonderful patron muffins. I love you, little BBs. Thank you for everything. Thank you for taking care of me. I'm a mess. Thank you. Thank you for keeping this disgusting, filthy, trashy, basic, boring, really trashy, really just gross garbage boat afloat. I couldn't do without you, and I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I can't wait to eat you all up. If you want to know what is currently on my face, along with where to get these palettes, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.